already asking. Is it starting?
Cersei, will you please record it so that I can
Will it start?
Yes.
Hi, Carter.
Okay.
This is for you.
All right, anyways, so first thing that you want to do, these are fractions, you guys, and these are the steps. Find the LCD. That's the least common denominator of all of these. Clear the equation of the fractions by multiplying each side by it. Check each solution in the original equation. Here we go. We need to add these. You cannot add these two fractions unless you have the same denominator. So, I go to the most complicated one, and I'm going to factor this. What are two things that multiply to make a positive 3 and add up to make negative 4?
Negative 1.
Okay, so this can be written as x minus 1, x minus 3. Okay? Everybody have that?
Yeah.
Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to look, what part of this is this one missing? It's missing the x minus 3. So you need to multiply the same thing so that you don't change it to the first one like that. Okay? Plus, now this is going to have a denominator of just like that. Okay? Now look at the second one. The second one is 1 over x minus 3. What is this one missing in the denominator? The x minus 1. So we have to multiply top and bottom.
Why did you add?
Because there's an addition sign right there.
Oh.
Okay? Okay, now notice you guys, I don't bother to multiply these out. Okay? I'm just going to leave them in parentheses. I'll show you in a sec. Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to multiply the 2x into each of those right there. Okay? What is 2x times x?
4x.
No, probably try 2x squared.
Ooh.
Minus 6x. Okay? This times 1 is just x minus 1. All right. So there we are right there. This is what we have. And we all have the same denominator.
Seriously?
Okay. Number 2, the second bullet said to clear the equation of fractions by multiplying each side by the LCD. What is my LCD? What is it in this particular equation? Yeah. If I multiply this whole side of the equation by x minus 1 times x minus 3, and then this whole side by x minus 1 times x minus 3, what happens?
Oh.
They all cancel out. And what I'm left with is just the numerators. That's what it makes it a lot nicer looking, doesn't it? So once you get that common denominator, and if now the only way that you can cancel it out, you guys, but both sides of the equation, every single fraction has to have the same denominator. Okay? That's the only way that it'll cancel out nicely. Now let's combine some things together. What is a minus 6x plus x?
5x.
All right, so I've got 2x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals 2. The next thing you want to do is get everything,
On one side.
yep, on one side. You want it to equal 0. Okay? So, subtract 2 from both sides.
Seriously, my head's still hurts.
Give it, drink some water. Okay? All right, so now I've got this. Okay. Okay, now, you guys, this is a trinomial. We just did the factor review. What method do I need to solve this?
The AC method.
Okay. What does A, let's do it over here. What does A equal?
2.
2. What does B equal?
-5.
-5. And C equals
-3.
-3. Okay, so that means that A times C equals what?
6.
-6. And
What?
B
Oh.
equals -5. All right, guys. Two things that multiply to make -6, and when you add them, you get -5.
-3.
-6 times 1.
Well, no, my first thought is -3, -2. But -3 times -2 is a +6, so those won't work. So that's right. So -6 and a +1. Those are my two magic numbers. Okay.
That
So,
works.
yep. So, oops. So make yourself a box. Good thing you have enough room on this paper. Okay. What goes in this first square right here? 2x squared. Okay. What goes in the bottom corner?
0, -3.
-3. Where do I put the
-6.
-6 and the 1?
On the both corner.
And we don't, it doesn't matter which one goes where.
No.
I'm going to have a -6x and a positive x or a positive 1x there.
We put the 1 in front. Make
Sure.
the highest one easier.
Okay? Now, factor sideways. What do these two have in common?
A 1.
Just a 1.
That's 1.
What about these two?
That has a 2.
A 2 and an x. Going up, just an x, and going this way,
-3.
-3. Therefore, my two factors are x minus 3 and 2x plus 1.
I don't get it. I got everything in physics today. I did all this. And
It's a good day.
we're doing basically.
Kirby, how come you changed the
physics.
fraction one was really easy?
Pardon me?
Instead of doing the box, the fraction was really easy.
It is a lot of work. I think I did this because that's how people multiplied, so I just thought if they did this in the reverse, it would help them understand it.
See, I understood it because it's like that.
Okay. All right. Now, you guys, then what you need to do is you need to set each factor equal to 0. Okay? It's another bullet. It's a bullet. This is what we have to do. So, x minus 3 equals 0, and 2x plus 1 equals 0. So, what does x equal over here? 3?
3 and. Okay.
And then minus 1. I just was kind of loud. Okay, I've got two answers. But I'm not finished, so hang on just a sec. Sure. All right, who said that? John, did you say that? No, John said something else, I think. Oh, I thought you were talking over there. Okay, everybody got that? Okay, this is a typical, you guys, this is a case where you get two answers, but they may not both work. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to be very careful. You have to go back to the original problem, okay? Look at it. This is my original problem up here.
And then you see which
Do
one
any
works.
of these two answers not work up here? Do any of them make
3.
the 3 does? Because if you notice, if I take this 3 and put it back in right here, it's going to be undefined. I'll get a 0 in the denominator. So what is that type of solution called?
Miss Hersey, you might want to use that snowflake.
Extraneous. I like that snowflake there. This one is extraneous.
What does that mean?
That means that we found it algebraically, but when I put it back into the original equation, it does not work. Okay? That means
What
it
if
is.
the negative one half doesn't work either?
Then you have no solutions. But this one does work. This works. Okay? And this is my answer. Okay? May I flip the page?
Yeah.
No, not yet.